Let's talk about like our favorite things.
Oh, okay.
From this kind of because I feel
So
like
many.
I feel like this will kind of bring up the big some of the big differences, and then we can move into our least favorite part. So I'll run real quick first for my favorite, and if you two actually are my siblings, you should know what it is without me saying it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Go ahead.
It's the flashpoint at the end, or the flashpoint kind of stuff.
That is one of my like top 5, but it's not my most favorite thing of this movie.
Interesting.
Junior, do you have any guesses what my favorite part is?
I'm going to say that your favorite part is the CGI.
The CGI, as always, was dog shit.
It was.
I mean,
thought
it
was
wasn't
pretty good.
It was something. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best CGI I've ever seen in a superhero film at all.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: my favorite part is probably by far the appearance and interaction and stuff that we saw with Darkseid.
Oh.
Darkseid to me is a much more scary individual than a Thanos. Thanos, don't get me wrong, is kind of insane, but like Darkseid is like true insane kind of goal is a little bit more I would say evil, because he's searching for the anti-life equation, which would allow him to reprogram people to do whatever he says.
Yeah.
As opposed to Thanos, which is, you know, we can't
order.
we can't figure out resource issues, so
Yeah.
just get out. Just get well, it's not even killing, you just remove them.
Yeah.
Is
is a
removing
form of
killing?
death.
Is it?
It's a form of death.
I don't know.
You no longer exist.
That's a different pod. We're not going to.
Yeah, that's a very.
I'm surprised. I'm actually
philosophical
surprised you
question.
went dark side.
Really?
Yeah, I am too.
I love
Yeah,
Darkseid.
'cause-
He's such a nice.
No,
individual.
I certainly I know he's one of your favorites in DC, but he's probably one of the weaker parts of the whole the movie as a whole. Honestly, like Steppenwolf is much more interesting, and
No, definitely he's
obviously his looming presence
definitely
is like
interesting.
what
But like
adds to
I'm
that,
always
but-
gonna be foreseeing Darkseid, because
It's
we've
like
never
what
seen
Granny was saying.
we've
I
never
just-
seen
I
like a
just
true
thought you'd be
real
more
like live
disappointed
action
that
version
he
of it.
wasn't. I thought you'd be more disappointed he wasn't utilized more, right? Because I think when we first heard it's like 4 hours, they're like, oh, it's just going to be a whole bunch more of Darkseid, and maybe they'll actually fight him. And that obviously doesn't happen in this movie. It's teased as what is to come. So I actually thought you might be disappointed by that.
At first, when I kind of realized that we weren't going to get like an hour of just Darkseid, it was a little bit. But then by the end of it, you know, looking ahead, you know, it sets it up where there is a possibility. Like, we knew that Darkseid, after the first shitty version of Justice League came out, we knew that Darkseid was a part of this. I kind of like that we still don't have what that looks like. We don't know what it is.
Sometimes the greatest power is in the threat of something, right? And not seeing it. So I thought Darkseid worked pretty well because it was a looming, incoming thing. I like that Steppenwolf was dealing with his second in command for most of the movie. Darkseid doesn't. It's the name of Darkseid, the fear it evokes. I thought that made it so effective.
Yeah.
Right. Just to piggyback off that, my favorite part was Steppenwolf. The reason that was Steppenwolf was, first of all, I thought his CGI was fantastic. They put as much emotion into his face as like they put into like some of those Pixar movies, right? We always praise like Pixar movies and those animated movies because they jam pack a bunch of emotion into those animated features, and that's the same sort of emotion I was able to see in Steppenwolf, and it was like there were like subtle moments too, like where he's like disappointed or he's really hurt that, you know, Darkseid still doesn't, you know, love him.
Or he was headless.
Yeah, Headless was great. Also, the way his armor kind of shimmered.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. The thing that I like the most about Steppenwolf is that they gave him, and it's hard to do, or at least it hasn't been done very well in most superhero movies. They gave him a good backstory and believable motivation, which every movie needs that. Your antagonist needs to have reasons to do what they do in order for your protagonist to overcome that. They gave him great motivation. Everyone understands the pain or the idea that you disappoint someone and you're trying to get back into their good graces and you will do just about anything and you're still fucking up. Yeah, and he's just like, God damn it, I still can't get all 3 of these boxes or whatever.
So real quick, in Josh Whedon's version,
Yeah, I don't remember.
what was his like?
I don't remember.
Did he want to unify all 3 boxes, or
I think it was.
Yeah.
It's the same idea.
I
It's
think
more vague.
they strip away a lot of the Darkseid stuff. It's
Right.
just instead of him doing it for somebody else, it's him like
just being a bad guy.
doing it for himself, I guess. Like, it's not really clear because it's only 2 hours, right? So everything's really rushed. There might be like one sentence that alludes to like a dark side or another power, but you just kind of know that he's uniting the mother boxes, and he just looks stupid, like in terms of just.
I just remember seeing this blue
about
thing.
like the emotion on his eyes and his face and stuff. Like the Whedon version like stripped all of that away and just made him look kind of dumb.
Yeah, he might have been the worst part of
He was a CGI
the
monster.
Whedon one.
Like that's really what he was.
Yeah, and it was just a guy who wanted to unite the boxes to cause chaos, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think we got much more than that in the original. I could be wrong. I haven't rewatched it.
They also redid the bugs, right? The foot
Oh,
soldiers,
okay.
they
Yes,
redid them.
they
They
were
look,
definitely
they definitely looked more what I would have, what I've seen in like comics. Like they felt closer
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
You guys
They
are
also
aware
got rid
who?
of the like they smell the fear, right? Because that was the whole premise of in the Whedon version how Steppenwolf like dies. He fears the Justice League and they smell his fear and they carry him off. That's how like that was a Whedon invention
That's
of like this
stupid.
whole like the fear thing.
Oh man, it's almost as good as the family that
the
Flash
Russian
saves.
family that yeah,
Flash saves.
that was
I
all
can't
over.
believe,
that
I
was
can't
so
believe Zack
stupid.
Snyder got rid of it. I'm kidding.
Did you all are aware who Steppenwolf is to Darkseid, right? In terms of family
his
tree.
uncle.
That was so interesting. I didn't realize this until you pointed it out. That
Yeah.
he's his uncle.
Yeah.
That is he older than Darkseid then?
I don't know. They're
Also-
gods.
Yeah. So it's like, is it Steppenwolf's older sibling who had Darkseid? Because then they could be the same age, right?
Yeah,
Or
potentially.
younger.
Either way, all I'm saying is Darkseid.
I want to see that family tree.
Darkseid is truly evil when you know that he can just disrespect his family like that.
His uncle.
Yeah, that's pure dang
Like-
nasty evil.
Like, pretty much backhands his uncle. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. This whole movie.
I mean, he grabs his.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's so messed up. So, who that was Arjuna's favorite? So,
No, that was my
your
favorite.
favorite.
Steppenwolf.
Arjuna, what's your favorite part?
I think my favorite part has
Thank
to be
you.
No.
probably like Cyborg and Flash. I
Oh,
would say. I would
definitely.
say the characterization of those characters, they actually got some time to shine in this movie, and it. You know, I think Schneider had really talked about how Cyborg was like the heart and the emotion of this movie, and you obviously you didn't see that in the 2017 version, and I think it really shone through in this one, and it was great. Like I thought, you know, Cyborg to me was always a Teen Titan. I grew up with like the 03 Teen Titans, and so I remember when way back they announced like Cyborg as part of the Justice League. I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like he's a Teen Titan. He's not a Justice League member, but
Well,
they really
actually,
sell
in
it
comic
throughout
book
this
number. I'm
movie.
just kidding.
No, but you're right. And there
Well,
are comic
actually.
versions with him in it. So, but like for me, having grown up on that animated show, it didn't seem like a good fit. And the Whedon version, it wasn't, right? Like his arc was obviously truncated and changed. And I thought what they did with the stuff with his dad and really going more into like the mother box and like going into his accident and all that type of stuff was really like some of the most powerful stuff in the movie. That really grabbed my attention. And I thought really helped carry the movie all the way through.
Yeah, it's sort of that. So you're absolutely right. That was like some of my favorite stuff as well. It did that situation did for the protagonist what Steppenwolf did for the antagonists, right? Giving them believable motivation and like a nice personal something that every single person can relate to, a through line, you know, with these epic heroes. And I feel like that's missing a lot of the time with superhero movies is that sometimes we don't get the personal connection that might make them stronger, and that was definitely a strength for this one.